Well, hey guys, today's video is going to be on replacing the cams in my 1999 Harley Sportster 883. Now I've upgraded the heads, I put 1250 jugs on there, and I went ahead and snagged a set of W cams, and I need to get them installed, so let's get into it. Well, let me get you in here on this. This, sir, is the reason why we need new cams. That thing is wasted. The other ones don't look horrible. That one is still kind of rounded. This one, it doesn't look too horrible. That number 2 is completely wasted, and then this number 1, not great. I mean, there's definitely some garbage going on there, but the main reason I wanted to pull this apart now is just to double check these bushings, and they all look good except for that number 2 one. It's got a nice big burr up there. I'm hoping I can smooth that out and still use it if the inside diameter of it's okay. Back of the cam cover, it all looks good. All those bushings look okay. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm glad I found it now, and I'm glad I'm able to do something about it now. In a lot of ways, you know, this motor ran when I bought it, so I thought, hey, the whole bottom end's gonna be fine. I checked the rods, they all look good. There was no lots of shaky. I didn't find any carnage in the heads. I mean, everything looked good. I thought I was gonna be able to not have to rip the whole bottom end out, but, well, which I'm still not. Fingers crossed. I never would have pulled those lifters out if I didn't have to take a torch to that stud. Let's talk about cams. So this is the cam that came out of my 99 Sportster 883 engine. Now I found out that this presses off, okay? I have an ancient arbor press that I'll show you in a minute. I press this off and you can see where it lines up through this valley, lined up with that valley. You get them just right. That's how they line up. I put a mark on the other side so I could sight that. But the object, I guess I should have explained what's going on here. So this is a 2000 plus cam. This is a 1999 cam. And you'll notice that the tooth pitch is considerably different. Oh, that's on backwards. See the tooth pitch? It's very different. They don't mesh, right? But all these gears mesh just fine, right? It's only this gear right here, which drives off the pinion, that makes a difference. Now, I could change my pinion gear to match this, but that'd be another $100. And this gear here is fine. So I'm gonna press this off and then press this one on. So let's get to it. So there's my ancient arbor press. This is the number 2 cam gear, and I've got it marked in the valley where the pinion alignment, that's what that little U is all about. So I've got it marked. So I'm going to go ahead and give her an attempt to press her off. Oh boy. All right, ready? Mm-hmm. Wow. It's not... Oh. All right, so I've got the new gear on here and I got it lined up. I'm going to try to press it back on. Thank you to my lovely assistant.
Her pretty toes.
Almost there. And I'm still lined up. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It is all right where it needs. So I successfully converted a 2000 and up series cam to work with a 99 motor. So cool beans, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these cams out, clean this up a little bit more. See if I can address this bushing. Needs a little bit of help. This is what I'm looking at. I don't know if you can see that little burr right here. There's a little burr, and I need to clean that up. Wow, come on, focus. There you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up and make sure everything still fits okay. That feels good. All right, let's install these bad boys. So normally I put a little assembly lube on there. Which I already got on this one. Put it in number 1. Put in number 3. Line it up with, number 4. This already has assembly lube on it. This mark and this mark have to line up for number 3 to 4. Okay, that's in there. 1 will be pointing at number 2. That's just number 2, the one we had to press off. And there's the 3 marks right there and there and there. And they have to line up with this one, or this one here in the middle lines up with the pinion. And then this one lines up with number 1, and this one lines up with number 3. All right, so we've got the pinion, and we've got number 2. Those line up. We've got number 2 lining up with number 3, and this is number 1 lining up with number 2. That's a little hard to see at this angle, but trust me, she lines up. And then we've got the number 3 and 4 also lined up here. So that is the cam installation. Time to install the lifters. And if you see, I've got them soaking in oil, and I gave them a couple of pumps while they were in there, just so that everything's ready to go when she fires up. Got the front 2 lifters installed, but the back 2 lifters kind of caused me some fits. I had to loosen up the head bolts and kind of tilt the jug a little bit to get them out in. They just were a pain. Next, you install the lifter keepers, which is just 2 little pins, some O-rings, and then a little plate. Next up are the pushrod tubes, and I found that installing that little seal and that little keeper plate dry is the best way to do it. Otherwise, that seal just keeps wanting to pop out. Push rods are next, just don't forget that the longer one goes for the exhaust side. And before I install the rocker boxes, I have to get the front piston in the TDC position so both valves are at their lowest position. Just makes it easier to install. Yeah. Well, hey guys, that about does it for this video. Finally got this motor assembled. Seems like it was taking forever after I figured out that the cams were messed up and I had to wait around for that stuff. And then the mail was 2 days late in delivering. You know, you think 2 days, but man, it felt like forever. But she's all together, spins nice, excited about getting it in the frame and getting it fired up. So thank you all very much for watching. Appreciate it very much, and I'll catch you on the next one.